What connects Artemis II
to Scooby Doo?
Clickheads, the game show about Wikipedia that we promise isn't boring. Please welcome your hosts, Archie and Bretz.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another fun episode of Clickheads.
You're doing an accent now.
I don't know. I just felt a little bit American all of a sudden.
You sounded like a kind of southern dame.
Do you think we could host a game show on TV together?
I don't know about TV.
Why? Because we have faces for radio?
Look how much trouble we had setting up the cameras for this morning.
Well, you know.
We're starting 40 minutes late because we couldn't figure out where to sit in front of a camera. I don't know if the visual medium is where we flourish, my friend.
I'll have you know it's 48 minutes late, actually.
Oh, okay.
We are. People, we work in radio. If you've just joined the podcast, we do a radio show together as well. Do you ever have people ask you, are you interested in doing TV?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think people still see radio as really you're just trying to leapfrog to television.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's interesting. Both are doing equally well.
Can I tell you something? Killing it. In revenue and in content. Can I tell you something that I just came up with? We've got a couple of faces for radio. What do you think of that?
That is so funny.
I reckon
I've never heard that one.
I reckon if someone says that to me, I'm going to say on average every 72 hours for the rest of my life, I'll still find it funny every time.
Oh, it's good. It's a good little icebreaker too. But
It's really good. It's really good. Just call me ugly.
Here we go. This is our podcast now.
Yeah, this is called Clickheads. This is a Wikipedia game show, and we promise it isn't boring, where we take two seemingly unrelated topics and try to connect them with the means of Wikipedia. But Archie, we don't just sit around for hours and try to connect them.
Oh.
We've got things to do.
We
We've
are
got charities to start.
We are very busy philanthropists.
We are.
We're doing it on the radio dime. So we have a couple of rules. We got to do it in 30 minutes.
Yep.
We only get 5 clicks to get from page A to B.
5 clicks on the blue hyperlinks within the Wikipedia page.
We have a bogey booby trap
Yep.
that if any page we click on down our crazy adventure, if we come across the name Rowan Atkinson, game over immediately.
It is like it's like a landmine. And I'm sure if Rowan Atkinson knew we were doing this, he might be insulted that his name, because by virtue of him being the booby trap, we can never use him. So he's really, not only is he irrelevant to the podcast, he's literally banned.
I wonder if
he's been cancelled.
Do you reckon we're just going to build up to one day having him on the podcast as a guest?
I do.
Yeah.
And by
where he's not allowed to say his name, which would be a bit weird thing for somebody else to say their own name on a podcast.
It would be. I would consider this an abject failure if within 4 to 6 weeks we don't have Rowan Atkinson on the show. That's the ambition I'm working with personally.
Okay.
Has Rowan Atkinson been cancelled?
I don't think so. How can you get cancelled when you don't talk?
So,
Mr. Boone? Well, Johnny English, I guess. And all the others.
I think he talks in every
I
role
know,
bar Mr. Bean.
Would you say that's his most famous role?
Do you think Rowan Atkinson's a mute?
Well, his most popular character was one.
Well, Mr. Bean was not mute.
Oh, he was pretty mute.
He made sounds. He might be illiterate, but he's not mute.
He was virtually mute.
He went...
Okay, so what's the difference between a person who talks and a mute and what Rowan Atkinson does? If you don't talk but you make what are you if you are not a mute or a talker? Come on, doctor.
I feel like
we've
strayed into potentially ableist territory really early here because I don't want the mutes to make complaints. But then again, even if they could, what are they going to do?
They're going to make...
Well, they'll write them down, won't they? Yeah.
Well, anyway, we can't get to Rowan Atkinson.
No.
What other rules have we got?
We can't use any countries. So
yes.
we decided in playing this game that once you get to a country, it's too easy. So you cannot click on countries. The jury is a little murky and out on cities, but for now we can use those. And
no Control F.
No Control F.
So we have to just glide through these pages and convince each other as we work as a team to get to our objective.
That's right. So,
barring the whole interlude about Rowan Atkinson and if he's a mute or a talker, it's very straightforward.
It's honestly, if you could ignore most of what we just said, really easy. And you'll find that part of the show. So, all right, man. Today, as you just heard, we're going to do Artemis II. Now, we're recording this sort of at the height of the Artemis thing. Hopefully, it's still relevant by the time you hear this, but that's the spaceship that the Americans sent up to just have a look at the moon.
Well, the side that we've never seen before is my understanding of it. Can I be honest, before we even get going, I actually haven't done much research into this whole space odyssey. I know it's going on.
Yeah.
But I don't know much about it, which maybe will be a strength for this episode.
The world as it currently stands, and again, hopefully this hasn't dated too much by the time you're listening.
Yeah.
There's like 3 or 4 of the biggest things to ever happening right now. And I feel like for me, Artemis is one I'm not focusing on. I'm like, oh, that's cute. Space stuff. Fuel in Iran is pretty top of mind.
It is, yeah. And
The world is ending, so I'm not that focused on seeing it from ages away.
which kind of makes you think, have these 4 astronauts got a bit of a head start knowing that the world's about to crumble and
Smart.
they've shot straight up into the atmosphere to get the hell away from it?
Now,
Why is no one talking about that? We've all of a sudden become a conspiracy podcast.
yeah, that's true. Well,
Interesting.
that does lead to success in the podcast game. If we could just start yelling.
Name me one example of that.
I have it on good authority that these astronauts are gay.
Clip that.
Clip that. That'll go off. You know what I mean? That's the that would
yeah.
Alex Jones, the Joe Rogan, Theo Von people who listen to podcasts. We got to get in this manosphere. I know we've already spoken about Louis Theroux on the podcast, but we need to leverage this manosphere, baby.
I mean, we're still suffering our first episode hangover from talking about Louis Theroux, so
Why are the astronauts so intent on getting rid of gravity? Is it so they can?
it's a thought.
Well, is it so they can 69 in the air? You know what I mean? And
That'd be a
why?
hell of a mess to clean up
Yeah.
on a spacecraft.
Do you reckon astronauts hook up?
Well, they have got one female up there.
They do. I know.
I mean, I don't know. All the train. I mean, we'll talk about this once the game starts, but all the training they got to do and the
Do you know what
toilet situation concerns me.
Do you know what year they first landed on the moon? 1969.
Oh, yeah, baby.
You know what I
well,
mean?
I mean, you know,
That can't be a coincidence.
And can I say this straight down the barrel of the camera?
Please do.
If you believe the 1969 story.
If you believe that we ever went to the moon,
Yeah.
maybe the year was chosen because dinner for 2. Buzz Aldrin.
And we already know you're a
Buzz
generous lover.
Aldrin already sounds like a sex toy. That was the guy's name.
Yeah.
1969, Buzz Aldrin, Buzz, vibrators, the astronauts having sex, them being gay. That's all I'm saying.
He wrote a book. Surely the name of his book should have been I Landed on the Moon in 69 from the man who came second.
Oh, that's great.
Come on.
Buzz Aldrin, I always come second.
Yeah.
We should start a
World's
line.
most generous man.
And we're a sex positive podcast. We should start a vibrator company called Buzz Aldrin's. And the vibrators are called buzzers. And
Yes.
it's like, you'll always come second.
Why have you just come up with a business idea that's definitely going to make us more money than this podcast?
Well, I know. Well, merch, baby. We might be, I'm
I
sure
feel like
there
I'm
are.
on Shark Tank right now.
We're on Shark Wank. It's a news show where you're only allowed to pitch sex toys.
But it's clever to say Buzz Aldrin is the name of the product for the men who come second.
Yeah, Buzz Aldrin always comes second.
Bang.
That's
Ladies,
great.
you're welcome.
Oh my God.
And now,
We just had $1 billion idea.
surely Buzz, we'll start on his page next week. But so we're starting with Artemis II.
It feels so silly to go back to this little game after we just had an incredible idea that's going to revolutionize the self-pleasure industry. But okay, if you just want to go back to the silly Wikipedia game.
Oh no, because maybe we go from Artemis II to Ron Jeremy.
Oh, well, that Johnny Sins guy was an astronaut and a firefighter and a pool cleaner. I mean, how he had so much time around his NASA duties.
To be fair, porn stars are some of the most skilled workers in the world because they have so many occupations.
Oh, they're frontline workers.
Yeah. And they were essential workers during the pandemic
they
as
were
well.
Well, they were so essential.
They were just like, they're a plumber one day, and the next day, they're, I don't know, what else was essential? A nurse.
Well, yeah, astronauts.
Oh, yeah, true.
Putting the ass in NASA.
Yes.
You can't spell NASA without ass.
True.
You know?
Oh, there's a whole line of product. I can't believe NASA hasn't gone down the sex toy path.
Can't believe it either.
Idiots.
It's a joke.
What can they? They can send a rocket to the moon, but they can't make money. I suppose
Money.
they can spend it. Can
They
make
know
it
how
though?
to spend it. Anyway, on that highbrow
Yes.
start, should we get into it?
Well, we haven't, and we haven't actually.
Oh,
well,
what we need to get to.
yes, we're going
No,
to.
they heard it at the beginning. Scooby Doo.
Oh, I know. But we're going to Scooby.
So we're going to Scooby Doo, and that's a topic that's very personal to me, and I'll reveal why if we get there.
The RSPCA is actually going to come in and chat about it with us.
Yeah,
It's quite a.
that'd be awesome.
All right, should we do it?
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, we've got 30 minutes on the clock. Let me just unlock my phone that's on the desk here, mate.
Okay. While you do that,
yeah.
let's officially kick off Clickheads.
30 minutes remaining.
You'll have to forgive me. I'm terrified we're going to get the time wrong, and I've not told my phone to not auto-lock.
Oh, you've done the auto lock.
But it's okay. All right, we're underway.
All
We're
right.
started.
That costs us valuable seconds, but we'll push on.
I know.
Now, Artemis II, keeping in mind that we can't use Control F here, is a 10-day crewed lunar flyby mission. Now, already, they've said flyby. Now, is that in reference to the discount card you use at Coles and certain petrol stations in Australia? Is that being like, it's a lunar flybys mission in that by going on this expedition, they earned like 10,000 flybys?
I mean, that'd be good because the reason you want to get points is so you can get frequent flyers.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, geez, the frequent flyers you'd get on a space mission.
Bloody hell.
Oh, my God. Imagine how much it costs, though, to get the mission in the first place.
I imagine these astronauts are coming back and they're in JB Hi-Fi getting a set of headphones, and it's like, yes, that'll be $400. Oh, I actually have a heap of flyby. I actually have a heap of frequent flyer points. Oh, where'd you go? The moon.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you can have these. They'll get you 50% off these headphones. Here you go.
Do you care, quick question, about us going to the moon?
Well, we've done that. I don't need the sequel. I'd rather go to Mars.
Yeah, where we might actually be able to form human life.
I know Elon Musk is a bit dicey, but I'm kind of shocked we haven't. Think about it. As mentioned, we went to the moon in 1969. Have we not done anything? I know people will be like, we have done cool stuff in space. We found like a drop of friggin' dew on the surface of the moon.
We also cancelled a planet, Pluto, gone.
See ya. Yeah, they found Pluto's old tweets. And they were like, you can't be a planet anymore. That's highly homophobic.
Was Pluto the first thing to get
like,
cancelled?
Pluto was like, I just don't think blackface is that bad. Everyone was like, oh, geez, Pluto. Wouldn't have said that, buddy.
Could you imagine having an argument with a boomer and then they go, like their huge argument about woke. You know what's woke? Pluto. Oh. Yeah, what happened to that? When I was a kid, Pluto was a thing. And now, woke, no Pluto.
Bloody hell. Oh, you know where we should send all those friggin' bleeding heart liberals with their armpit hair? All those girls with their armpit and the only hair they have that isn't blue is in their armpits. Send them to Pluto. They bloody love that. Cancel. But then they called
Pluto the world's most woke planet.
Yeah, it is. It is a woke planet. But then they called Pluto a dwarf planet, which is politically
incorrect. Yeah.
So it should be called a little planet. Really?
I think it is called that. Isn't that why they turfed it as counting?
No, because I believe it was a planet, and then they said it's now a dwarf planet. But that's wrong. Yeah. They should have called it a little planet.
Got it.
Was it a gas giant, or have I made that up? So it was a gas giant, bloody me after a Vindaloo for lunch.
I've got to be honest. I don't have a huge interest in space. It fascinates me, but it's not like, I agree, we're going to take some photos of the other side of the moon. How does that change us? It shows what we're capable of as a human race, that we can do that. But what does it benefit?
It feels like a luxury that should be afforded to civilizations in a better financial position in terms of like I don't think we should be spending as much. I'd be pissed off if I'm like a working class American whose food stamps and benefits are getting stripped, but it's like, oh, but we can afford to go into space to take a few selfies with the planet.
Well, isn't that the irony of the situation right now?
I mean,
they're struggling and their government is going, let's go to the moon, spend heaps on that, and let's spend even more on overseas wars. Healthcare, you don't need it.
Now, in their defense, it'd be quite lucky for the government if they landed on the moon and there was just like barrels of oil.
I mean, that would be
like,
funny.
Holy moly, we actually didn't realize that the moon is made of not cheese, but petroleum.
Now, that would be like the greatest treasure hunt reveal of all time.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be very interesting.
But then it'd be sad because we'd have all the miners on the moon and stuff. Oh, I guess that's kind of what the Alien franchise is about.
And then what about in like 100 years if someone wants to close the Strait of the Moon? All the oil barrels we go to the moon, we can't get them.
The Strait of Hormone.
Why didn't I think of that? I'll set you up perfectly.
Open the Strait of Hormone. Open the fucking Strait of Hormone, you crazy bastard. Here, like Trump to the aliens. Open the moon, you crazy alien bastards.
Praise be to the moon.
And everyone's still like, should the president be allowed to swear? Like, in a tweet. All right, but we've achieved nothing.
We're 4 minutes 13 in. We're not okay. So we're on the Artemis II page. We need to get to Scooby Doo, which we will reveal a little bit. I'm curious to dive into how we're going to talk about your very convoluted past with the famous animated dog Scooby Doo.
Okay. Can I just throw something out there quickly?
Please, please.
We find Apollo 11 because there was a movie made about that, directed by Ron Howard. Can we get from Ron Howard to James Gunn, who wrote the screenplay for the Scooby-Doo movie? Now, we discussed this before we started recording. We need to get, I think it's the cartoon Scooby-Doo. When we can't get to like Scooby-Doo open bracket 2003 film. We're trying to get to the character Scooby-Doo's Wikipedia.
Which would be what, the most early edition of when the cartoon was on like Cartoon Network? Is that, like, it wasn't a comic, was it?
It might have. No, I think it was a TV. Yes.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
Okay.
So
Jeez.
I'm just going
By the
through.
way, just very casually, you just revealed so much about your knowledge of the character of Scooby Doo and the man who produced and directed the movie and everything like that.
Won't be the last time my intimate knowledge is figured out.
Okay, so there's an interesting part of the Artemis II's Wikipedia page. There's a section called Wake Up Calls, and they receive wake-up calls from Mission Control on every day of the flight. These wake-up calls were music designed to keep the crew on a steady rhythm and boost morale. Okay. Now,
does it say what any of the songs are?
yes, and that's what I'm interested in here because on day 4, it's Pink Pony Club, Chapel Roan.
Oh.
CeeLo Green, Working Class Heroes. To be honest, I didn't know he had another song apart from Fuck You.
Forget You, thank you.
Oh,
We work
sorry.
in commercial radio. Got to be one of the worst clean versions of all time. Forget You. Just call it Stuff You. I'll see you walk. Imagine if you see your ex-girlfriend. Imagine if you and Lucy, God forbid, get divorced.
Yeah.
And you're walking around town and you see her walking around town with another guy and you're like, forget you. Is that it? What?
Well, Fuck You's a lot better.
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
You add a syllable.
Oh, sorry, you're having a go at the Forget You instead of Stuff You.
I think Forget You is the worst possible replacement.
Oh, I see, yeah.
I think it would have been better if they'd released that song on commercial radio, just being like, beep, you. Or like,
Or just
like
no noise.
Just you. But instead they were like, forget you. Just sounds so, it's not even a thing people say.
I'd love to be in those meetings when they're talking to artists of, all right, here's what we're thinking for the radio edit.
Here's the clean version.
Yeah, because surely the artist doesn't come up with that when they're making the song. Like, they know that. I mean, these days they probably don't care as much because, radio's great.
We love radio.
We love radio.
But you're right. They're listening. People are listening on Spotify.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Oh, in the 90s, it was like your song won't get circulation unless you have a good, clean version. But like Eminem was one of the biggest recording artists of the 90s, and his were just like every song was like, and that's it. And the
Yeah. I mean, he literally said "fuck you" to all kinds of traditional music values like that.
He did.
He did.
What
my hot take.
What a kind of somber bit of and this is also Pitchfork Daily.
Okay,
So do you think
what
any
I'm
of
thinking
these
is,
artists?
well, I'm just thinking if we're kind of trying to get into the world of pop culture
Yes.
from Artemis II. So that's just like John Legend, also his song Green Light with Andre 3000.
Yep.
Are there any links between Scooby Doo and Outkast? Because Andre 3000 was the Outkast guy, wasn't
So Andre 3000, there is 100% a rap song in the film adaptation of Scooby Doo. I just can't remember who it's by. It's like
he? Okay.
it's a da 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 da. Is it? No, that's Switch by Will Smith, which wasn't in Scooby Doo.
I'm enjoying the dancing that's happening.
Yeah, man, well, yeah. Watch us on YouTube if you want to see that.
So
Andre 3000 to me is the best bet of a way to get to Scooby Doo, but it feels tricky. My only other thing is getting to James Gunn through Ron Howard, but I can't find Apollo 11. No, Apollo 11. I can't find Apollo 13.
I can find Apollo 8. There is a link for that.
Because I don't want to waste a click on Apollo 11 just to get to Apollo 13.
I feel like clicking on one of the musicians takes us straight into the world of pop culture.
I agree.
So I think
Let's
we
do
probably need to do that. Are you ready to hover over the big button, mate?
I'm hovered.
Okay, we're gonna. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna do Chapel Roan, Andre 3000, John Legend, not CeeLo Green.
I think Andre 3000.
I agree because I think Chapel Roan's still.
John Legend's a producer. Doesn't he produce a lot, John Legend?
He is. He wears many hats.
He's going to have more connections, I think. Let's go, John Legend.
Okay,
You ready?
John Legend from Artemis II. We're making our first click.
4 clicks remaining.
It's exhilarating when we make clicks.
It really is. Oh, John Legend, who starred in the film La La Land.
What's our click rate supposed to be on this pod? So we get 5 clicks in 30 minutes. Do we need to be making a click? What is that? Every 7 minutes-ish?
Mate, couldn't tell you. Honestly, don't give a shit. Okay, guess what?
What?
John Legend played Jesus in NBC's adaptation of the rock opera Jesus Christ Superstar.
Oh,
Why don't you give me your
God.
thoughts on that?
One of the worst live productions I've ever seen.
Such nonsense.
Saw it in Sydney, and it was. I mean, if you don't know the plot and you haven't looked it up, it is absolute dog's breakfast.
A lot of people know the plot. It's the New Testament of the Bible.
Yeah, I
know you're not a Catholic,
Well,
but
I'm not, and I haven't read the Bible. And I believe that there should be, when you buy the ticket to a show like that, there should be a little note that says, heads up, read Bible before seeing.
Okay, well, firstly, I was raised Catholic and I have not read the Bible.
Well, you are going to hell. And I have not read the Bible.
You can't tell me that.
Isn't that how it ends?
What, that everyone goes to hell?
Wasn't the last page? Doesn't it say if you don't read this, you go to hell?
Yeah.
Well, how would you know you haven't read it?
I haven't read it.
Hell boy. You're going down, buddy.
I'm Hellboy. Well, I believe also, did James Gunn work on that? Okay, well, apart from the fact that I'm going to burn in hell, his debut album featured production from Kanye West. Now, you were just telling me off air that you feel like he's been hard done by.
Oh, fuck off.
What was that? Can I tell you?
He's been in the news this week.
Can I quickly tell you something without naming any names?
Please.
So I'm still in a massive group chat of people I was in London with. It's effectively Aussie expats.
Okay.
And I'd say bordering on like 40 people in this group. And a friend of mine, quite a close friend, sent a ticket link to Kanye West's London concert.
Wireless. Or just his own concert. Because he's been in the news this week because he was named as the headliner for Wireless, and now all the sponsors are pulled out. So not that?
I think it was that.
Okay.
Was that in London, that festival?
I believe
yes.
so.
Yeah, it was that. So this friend of mine has sent this to a big. Now I'm quite close with her in this group, but by the way, we've only got 10 minutes. We've got
20 minutes remaining.
Sorry, a bit of admin. So this friend of mine who I'm close with, but there are like handfuls of people in this group who they would never have met, and they have sent this and been like, "Oh, what do you reckon? Like, anyone want to come to this? We all trying for tickets for this?" And then sent a follow-up message being like, "Or is that a bit cancelled nowadays?" Now everyone has seen this message. No reply for over a week. And this is usually quite a buzzing group chat. It has stopped the group chat right in its tracks.
Well,
no one has sent a message.
How do you, after a week?
Not even their fiance has come in to back them up. No one wanted to get their hands on this Kanye West thing. And then after, like literally yesterday, this person in the group goes, "Yeah, probably not my best take there." And so they've tried to cut the tension, but fuck, it was funny just seeing someone coming in and be like, "Hey, we're all trying for these amazing Kanye West tickets, right?" And it was just like, and no one came in to be like, "How dare you?"
No.
But also everyone it was such a cowardly. I could have come in and been like, "Oh."
I always find it
I just didn't touch it.
in a group chat where someone says something that clearly no one wants to engage in, but you just know that someone eventually has to send the next message.
And in this case, it was her.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
So it was
No,
funny.
he's out.
Have you seen Kanye West?
I've actually seen him like 3 times.
Yeah, I've seen him.
And he was awesome.
Oh, it was incredible.
But like, yeah, now it's
I
complicated.
wouldn't go now.
No, yeah.
But
no, I used to.
I'm glad I got to see him when he was just an asshole, not a like tyrant anti-Semite.
Yeah.
I'm glad I got in just because I got in just after Yeezus.
Oh, see, I was even before. What was the other one he did? A Beautiful Love Twisted Fantasy something.
My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Yeah, that was probably when I went out.
That's sort of regarded as like one of the best albums of the century.
Yeah, well, College Dropout, pretty good.
You
Anyway,
like College Dropout more than Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy?
I think it's because that's
Shit,
what
this is going to get clipped up and it's just going to be like these guys are just talking about. We do not support Kanye
No, we
West.
don't. Let's move on because otherwise we're going to waste time.
You know what? Let's move on. Now this is
just
awesome.
to recap, we're trying to get to Scooby Doo. We're on the John Legend Wikipedia page right now.
Can I say, clicking on him was a smart idea. There are so many names in this, like Samuel L. Jackson, Barack Obama, Bernie Mac, Andre 3000. I'm just like, I'm just trying to think who was a celebrity. Oh my god!
What?
Do you know who was in Scooby Doo, the film, the live action film?
No.
Do you know who played the villain?
No.
Rowan fucking Atkinson. We have to be really careful.
Well, you're the one who suggested us getting to Scooby Doo
I didn't
today.
even think of it. So we can't go through the movie because we will probably see the name Rowan Atkinson, which means getting to James Gunn, who wrote the script,
It's risky.
is way too risky. We have to go via cartoons.
I really thought, due to that reaction, that you were going to say, "I've got it. I've clicked. This is it." And instead you said, "This is the most catastrophically bad limelight we could go down."
This is really bad.
Okay. So,
I'm just going through this.
has he ever been in a cartoon or something?
That's what I'm looking at. Chance the okay.
Selma?
The 2017 film Beauty and the Beast. Now that is, I believe that was the Emma Watson live remake, but Beauty and the Beast could get us to.
Beauty and the...
That's a cartoon.
There is a hyperlink here for a song he did with R. Kelly.
I'm seeing that too. Now you said
Actually, to be fair, it's about he's speaking out.
You were saying R. Kelly and Kanye. You can't choose which one you like more.
I thought it was
not the music, their view.
Didn't you say one of your biggest inspirations is R. Kelly?
I do believe I can fly.
There's a philanthropy page, personal life, discography, tours, filmography. Okay, here we go.
Okay,
But
movies.
We're down here.
But as we know, okay, Sesame Street, Curb Your Enthusiasm, A Colbert Christmas. Oh, I never saw that. I'd like to watch that.
So, there's a hyperlink in 2020 where he played himself in The Simpsons.
Now, The Simpsons to me could get us to cartoons.
Yes.
I think we've used half our time. I think we should just go to The Simpsons. Do you reckon we do it?
Yeah, I reckon. Let's do it, mate. Okay. Fortune favours the brave.
All right, let's do it.
3 clicks remaining.
Okay, so we've got from Artemis II to The Simpsons in 2 clicks. Now, were you in a household where you're allowed to watch The Simpsons?
We were.
Yeah, me too.
So we were.
There's so many family. Every time I meet someone who goes, my parents didn't let me watch it, I go, oh.
But, mate, I have friends whose parents were buying them beer at 15 and being like, yeah, just have a 6-pack in the house and letting they'd catch them smoking a cigarette and they wouldn't get that much in trouble. But God forbid they watch The Simpsons. There were families who were like, yeah, we let them do a little bit of heroin with dinner. In France, some 12-year-olds are allowed to do a line of crack with dinner, but God forbid they watch a mere second of The Simpsons. My parents liked the message.
I'm stopping you.
What?
I reckon we've done it.
What have you got?
I'm not even joking.
What have you got?
Well, I mean, surely one of the voice actors.
Sorry. I don't know why this is funny to cut you off. Homer's exclamatory catchphrase of "Dope, dope" has its own Wikipedia page.
DOH.
DOH. That's incredible. What have you found?
Well, mate, surely now we are going to have to quickly get into this. Your very lengthy history with Scooby Doo, the character.
Yep.
Mate, surely one of the voice actors in The Simpsons voiced a character in Scooby Doo. I know we're not trying to get too. You don't think so? Harry Shearer, Hank Azaria.
That's a massive stretch. I want to remind you, you came in with, I think we've done it.
I know. I think I went too soon there. But
I agree with you in theory, but I don't think the voice acting community is a small one.
Can you quickly, because it's very important, tell us the big thing. Now, Brett and
I think I want to do it after.
Oh, wow. You're going to hold it.
I'm not concentrating. I want to do it after the game.
What a tease.
I want to do it when the time is up. We've only got 13 minutes remaining. I don't want to waste 5 of them on this.
Okay, fine. But just know, listen up. This is a very interesting story.
Primetime Emmy Award voiceover performance. Yeah, there's a lot of cast. Okay, the animation. This is where I've gone into. Cartoon Network. Is Cartoon Network Fox? Look at this. It's several different American and international studios animated The Simpsons. So, even for a Scooby Doo freak like me, I do not know the company that made The Simpsons.
Yeah, because you've got, so obviously in the quick facts about The Simpsons on the right-hand side under network, Fox is hyperlinked. So we could get to the Fox network. But we've...
It's such a long page. I'm just going through it.
I feel like we've been down this road before with
idioms.
They don't necessarily list everything they do.
The Simpsons was the first successful animated program.
What kind of dog was Scooby Doo?
A Great Dane. See, look at this.
That's so annoying.
There is such a long list here. It's this development led American producers to a 1990s boom in new animated primetime shows for adults such as Beavis and Butthead. Now, did Beavis and Butthead play on Cartoon Network? No, it's all Fox, isn't it?
Well,
South Park,
but you know what's hard?
Family Guy, King of the Hill, Futurama.
You know what's hard about this, mate, is because Cartoon Network Australia is not necessarily Cartoon Network US. For me, I always think of Cartoon Network, I think of Dexter's Laboratory.
Yes.
I think of Powerpuff Girls.
Yes.
But Scooby-Doo was on free-to-air, wasn't it?
Scooby-Doo was a huge...
It's really annoying. There is a hyperlink for Cassandra's Little Helper, which is the dog in The Simpsons, was a greyhound. We can get to greyhound, but... We can get there. But then...
No, what was Scooby? A Great Dane.
You just said that, yeah.
Jesus. Saturday Night Live, HBO... Let's read about the LGBTIQ representation.
So we've made 2 clicks, mate?
Yep.
Okay, so the next, we're okay with timing. I'm just trying to think about, the next page doesn't necessarily need to have Scooby-Doo on it. But we've got to be bloody close. We are close.
Oh, God.
What have you got?
The Flintstones. Scooby-Doo! In October 2024, Scooby
No way.
Doo briefly overtook The Simpsons as the American animated show
You are
with
shitting
the
me.
highest number of episodes. Now, quickly,
Hang on. What part of the page are you on?
It's under run length achievements. Also,
10 minutes remaining.
Your heart's beating. I need to verify this because
Okay.
I need to get down to that part
it's
of it.
in run length achievements.
How far down the page is that?
I'd say kind of halfway. It's
How
beneath
small is your cursor?
receptions and achievements is the big title.
Okay.
And then below it, in the second paragraph, we have a run length achievements. And it's about halfway in the paragraph. In October 2024, Scooby Doo. I genuinely feel like I feel like I'm on drugs right now. In October 2024, Scooby Doo
Oh my
briefly
God.
overtook The Simpsons as the American animated show with the highest number of episodes, albeit under several different iterations. However, network executives in April 2005 again cancelled Scooby Doo.
Wow. Which finished with 371 episodes. So, well,
So do we?
what do? We clicked Scooby-Doo.
Okay, let's click on it, and then we get to make a decision about whether this is the right Scooby Doo page.
Okay.
So just going over. So how many? We'll have 2 clicks remaining after
Correct,
this, won't
yep,
we?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
ready?
Yeah, I'm
3,
ready.
2,
2, 1.
2 clicks remaining.
Now we have 2 clicks.
Oh, mate, we're done.
I mean, we've done it. Like, look at, but this is just for the issue of completeness. It says at the top of the Wikipedia Free Encyclopedia. This article is about the franchise. For the character, see Scooby Doo character, which I think is the one we wanted.
Yeah.
We said that.
We never wanted the movie.
So and there's a link to that. It's the first thing you see.
Oh my
So
God, I can't believe
let's
this.
click on it.
1 click remaining.
Oh my God! Game on!
For our big moment.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
That is
And with 8 minutes remaining.
8 minutes remaining and 1 click remaining.
Wow.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
Thank you, Obama.
Thank you, President Barack Obama.
Thank you to the 44th President of the United States, Barack Obama. Scoobit, Doobit, Doo.
Now,
Also known as Scooby Doo, is a fictional cartoon character and the titular main protagonist of the eponymous animated television franchise created in Whoa. Guess what year it was created? 1969. Same
Hello.
year as we went to the moon and the astronauts ate each other's genitals. This is insane. I can't believe we've done it. And we've done it with Scooby Doo, no less.
I genuinely thought we would never do this.
Artemis II to Scooby Doo.
Now, it's a great achievement.
What did we do? We went
went
Artemis II
to
John Legend,
yep.
to The Simpsons, to Scooby Doo the franchise, to
Yes.
Scooby Doo the character.
An amazing journey.
Oh my God.
So,
Oh my
well,
God.
can you do a celebration in your Scooby-Doo voice that you can do? There we go. 8 minutes remaining.
Shall I tell you the story?
Yes. Now, this is important to know as well. We didn't reference this at the start of the show, so if you're just joining us, we do a radio show together, and we've known each other for a long time, and this is something that comes up quite regularly on the show. So I know all this about you, but if you're a podcast listener and this is your first time hearing this story, just stay in the car or wherever you're listening to this. Keep your walk going because this is like a therapy session on drugs.
That was such a radio thing. Just then you said stay in the car. People could just put their AirPods in and keep listening in the
I
kitchen. But old habits. Yeah, so I was so obsessed with Scooby Doo growing up. I absolutely adored it. What you need to understand about me is I've always been movie obsessed.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of sleeping with a teddy growing up, I would sleep with the plastic VHS box of like the Wiggles and Scooby Doo and stuff. There are
Used
photos
to-
of me doing this.
Did you gnaw on it in your sleep and stuff?
There was probably some gnawing. I genuinely think I used to wake up with little like small plastic cuts and on my face from hugging the VHS and the sharp corners so hard.
Did you ever like open up the CD case, the DVD case, and like?
The VHS.
Oh, it was a VHS.
Yeah.
I was going to
Are
say
you asking if I put my
your penis
young
in it.
penis into the hole of the
I
disc?
was, yes.
No, I didn't.
Actually, it wasn't that. I was going to ask you if you just kind of opened up the case and kind of like then folded it back over your penis.
Well, VHS? That'd essentially be chopping off my penis with a VHS.
Well, I thought it was
which
a
I
DVD.
didn't do.
No, okay.
I
Did you ever
swear.
try and use your penis to rewind it?
I have.
It's a serious question. I want it on the record. You haven't answered yet.
No.
I thought you were about to plead the fifth. There's a long delay there, mate.
Senator and a lot of our constituents want to know, have you ever used your young penis to rewind a VHS before returning it to Blockbuster or Cockbluster?
Thank you.
Cockbuster? Cockbuster Video. That could be where we sell the naughty movies in addition to our
Buzz Aldrin vibrator.
Our vibrators.
Yes.
We're building a sex empire.
God, that'd be an amazing moment in the trial.
Would be. So I was so into it.
I really want to keep going, but go on.
Let's push on.
Why? We've already won.
From my penis. So I feel like we should have a beer. I know it's like 10 in the morning, but I genuinely want to have a beer. I can't believe I'm sweating. We've done this.
I've cut you off.
Now, I get into grade 2 and I had the first movie that maybe not the first, I think the first movie I went and saw in cinemas was Monsters, Inc., but the second was the live action Scooby Doo. And we went along and I was obsessed. Now, I also fancied myself as quite a little actor, a little thespian back then, and I adopted the voice of Scooby Doo on the drive home from the movie. I was like, I want to sound like that. He's my favorite. Scooby Doo is my best friend. Scooby-Doo. Like just doing a lot of that stuff. School on Monday, I did not drop the act. I decided to keep going. I then have essentially kept the voice. I went full method. School, home, school holidays, never broke character for a year.
That's the part, and let's just let that simmer and marinate. A whole year of your life where there was never a moment, never a week part of your life where your mum and dad asked you to get your things and you just said, yeah, mum. It was always, mum.
And then I'd run off on all fours.
I mean, and all the interaction that you had with your family at home, with your sisters, you were doing that?
Yep.
Did your sisters ever bully you for that? Or they...
Well, I'm the oldest. So I don't
can't
think
really bully up.
They're just not exposed to any other older male. They're probably just like, oh, I guess that's what happens when you turn 7. You become a canine detective.
You know what's so unfair for you, mate? Is that, how old were you, 7?
I think it was over the time of being 6 and 7.
6 and 7.
Because I had my 7th birthday while I was Scooby. And in my Scooby year, my Scooby birthday, Mum, beautiful woman, took me to Woolworths. We bought biscuits. And then really now I think she might have been enabling a mental illness. She wrapped all the biscuit boxes in green paper and wrote Scooby snacks on them because we couldn't find actual Scooby snacks. No. So we just got normal Arnott's. And then that was instead of bringing a cake to school for my birthday, it was it's Scooby's 7th birthday today. So in dog years, I was quite mature. I was 49. Which is weird for grade 2. And then we handed out Scooby snacks and I was like,
So did you have to do I guess you're 6. You don't really have to do presentations in class in primary school.
No, I did.
You did?
Yep.
In the voice.
Show and tell.
And surely part of this memory is you in therapy sessions with doctors.
I do believe I was taken to an OT.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The teachers were talking to my parents being so my dad came into school once because every morning they'd do the roll and it'd be Eamon here, Belinda here.
Eamon, what a strange name to start with for that.
There was an Eamon in my school. I remember him. Henry, Scooby, ready to learn.
I know this is probably a chat for radio rather than podcast, but who was the teacher? Do you remember who your teacher was in school?
Mrs. Moffat.
Is she still alive?
I don't know. I think so.
We need to speak to her. Why have we never discussed this? I'd love to hear. I'd love to hear it from her as well. And also, what I was going to say is,
I'll try and I reckon I know where I'd start.
Mrs. Moffat.
Mrs. Moffat.
We had a Mr. Moffat, and he used to take out his cigarettes in our PE classes and go. He was American. He'd go, all right, kids, this is why you don't want to smoke. And he'd open up his packet of ciggies and pull apart cigarettes and show us this is why it's really bad. And then when he'd dismiss us, bang, light one up immediately. He used to chase us during cross country. He'd be in his car, following the kids on the road, smoking a dart, keeping an eye on us when all the other teachers were walking the track with us. But
we used to have a country, man.
You know what's unfair for you is that, how you read these stories these days, kids, they identify as whatever. And a lot of, you hear these anecdotal stories about kids who identify as cats. Imagine you identify as Scooby Doo and you got someone who identifies as a cat in the class. Can you imagine the poor teacher having to deal with that?
I mean, even beyond that, imagine now if I had been identifying as Scooby Doo, that'd be on the front page of the Courier Mail. being like, kids have lost their minds.
Yeah.
They're like literally Carl Stefanovic could be on his podcast being like, can you believe this? Parents are letting their kids run around as Scooby Doo. Like, I would genuinely be like a test case for the progressive left.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, it was just at the time. So my dad came in because Dad was a obstetrician when he was working still. And which seemed quite young in retrospect. They invited him in to talk about like where babies come from and like how babies are born.
Mm.
And he just got like trolled by his son the whole, because Dad would be like, gave this like, great presentation and very informative. And then I'd like put my hand up. He'd be like,
oh God.
Yeah. Yes, Scooby. I'm like, have you ever delivered any monsters?
Oh my God.
And then I asked him, I was like, Ruby Doo loves hot dogs. Have you ever cut open a woman's belly and there's a whole hot dog? And he's like, no, the food
Why'd you break character?
Oh, I just did then. I wouldn't have. It's like my throat's.
I love how personally you took that. Like, okay, let me just clarify. I didn't at the time. I just did then.
My throat is getting quite sore.
Okay, mate. We forgive you. It's fine.
I need like a strepsil. It's been a long time. I'm relapsing. Dude, there's like so many stories like that where the Scooby Doo was deployed at weird moments. And like I had a buddy who was in year 7. I used to make her draw me pictures of Scooby Doo. I'd be like,
oh no.
This week, draw me Scooby Doo meets Harry Potter.
So who did this?
My buddy.
Okay.
Who's probably like a girl in year 7, who at the time I was like, she's like an adult woman. She'd love to do this for me. And now I'm like, she would have been like 11.
So she got, in Superbad, when he divulges that he's got a lunchbox full of dicks that he draws.
They thought I was possessed by some sort of dick demon.
Yeah. Just kind of couldn't stop drawing dicks. Now, is there a chance that this person you're referring to has got a treasure trove of a lunchbox full of drawings of you as Scooby-Doo?
If you're asking if Scooby-Doo is my dick demon, then yes.
And that's where we'll end this week's podcast of Clickheads. Make sure you click subscribe, whatever the fuck you want.
There is whatever the fuck you want. There's so much more to say about
there really
Clickheads.
is.
But just to remind you once again,
Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
is it almost bad for the podcast that we pulled this off early?
I think so.
Okay. Well, maybe we'll never release this.
Yep.
But thank you for listening. As Archie said, Instagram, Clickheads Pod. Subscribe wherever you listen. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, the Listen Sunny Coast app, if you're on that one.
Yep.
And then, do we have a TikTok?
We will, yes.
We'll have that.
And also, if you've got 2 pages that you'd like us to try and do, if you've got a mission for us.
Set us in, yeah.
Yeah, send us a voice note.
Send us a voice note, of saying, I want you to try and get from this to this. Now that we need a challenge, because we're so good at it.
Feel free to do your own Scooby-Doo impression when you do that as well.
And you can watch us on YouTube. These episodes are going to be on YouTube if you'd prefer to watch it. I know a lot of people do that now. If you'd like to see the moment of glee when we won, and also if you'd like to see my face as I tried to do Scooby-Doo. I put my whole body into it.
We also do the podcast naked. So there is a table, so you can't actually see below the table. But if you don't believe us, you will have to go to the YouTube page.
And both of us are rewinding a VHS with our erections. All right, that'll do.
Archie and Bretz's
Ouch.
Clickheads.
I just got stuck in the grooves of the VHS. Ow.
Don't forget to subscribe to the show and share with the Clickheads in your life. Plus, you can send your topic suggestions for the next game to Clickheads Pod on Instagram. Thanks for playing Clickheads.